How you guys doing today? My name is Ed. I'm going to be talking to you guys about WordPress Loop and how do we create multiple loops within our WordPress site. So here we go. I just have a really basic WordPress site using the WordPress 2014 theme. I've got 6 posts of good guys and bad guys. As you can see here as I scroll down this post. But now the question is, how do I create a new page? And oops, not posts. I'm going to create a new page. We'll call this is my new page. This is normal static page content. Publish it, and I'll take it to my site. And what you'll see is up here is a new page called This Is My New Page. Nothing special about this page except that it is static. So how do we get a blog role in this page? How do we get the loop to actually be filled up in this page? So what we're going to need to do is go back to our admin panel, go back to the pages, and what you need to understand is what are called WordPress page templates. So if you look to the right of the page, the admin page, there's this thing called page attributes. We're going to go down to the second attribute called template, and right now it's set to default template. And you've got a couple pages here that you can set. What we're going to do is we're going to create a new page template. We're going to call it Good Guys. So without that, what we need to do first is create a new page called, well, I already have one called Good Guys PHP. Oops, let me get rid of this one. Let's start a new one. So I'm going to save this right now, and I'm going to call it goodguys.php. You don't have to call it that, but what's important is that you set the template name, and I'm going to show you how to do that really quick. Right here, all you need to do is inside comments, write it, template name : good guys. You can name this whatever you want. It's not dependent on the PHP file, just for your information. So save that. We're going to go back to our admin site, refresh this page called This Is My New Page, go down to the template attribute, click down, and we're going to see Good Guys here. Click on it, update, and now we're going to preview our changes, and we're going to have a completely blank page. Why is it blank? Because as you can see, it is using this Good Guys template, which is absolutely empty. We can add stuff here, and it'll show up. Save, refresh this, and we can add stuff here and it'll show up. Cool. Alright, so now how do we actually use that page to this is blank, go back, WordPress. So how do we actually use that page to pull up content from our site? What we're going to do is called this function that is already written in called query post. It's a PHP function. So what we're going to do is call PHP query posts. And inside we're going to query categories with the name of Good Guys. So thing is, with this query, we can actually create our own query. It doesn't have to be category name. It could be number of posts. It could be tag names. It can set it to ascending, descending. You can do a bunch of things, and you're just manipulating these new queries. So what we're going to do is just use it as, set it to category name equal to good guys. And next, what we're going to do is create just the standard WordPress loop here. So PHP if have loop posts. I'm sorry, have posts. What we're going to do is have posts while have posts call the post. Finish there. And we need to close these while statements. So PHP end while and if. Save that, and the next thing we're going to do is we're going to call PHP the content. Save, and what you're going to see is that's going to pull up. We're going to go back to this page. It's going to pull up the content from each one of those posts. Let me just show you that really quick. Back here inside of my dashboard posts, you see it's pulling up the content from each one of these posts. And all I did was I set an image of each one inside. So, going back to the site, this is my new page. We've got posts of all the good guys, Batman, Superman, and Iron Man. And that's all just from this little piece of code right here. So I'm going to style this really quick just to make it easier to read. Style image width is equal to 300 pixels. Height, it's auto. Save. So now we have that. We can actually also add from the posts. We're going to add the title. Save. And the title is now going to show up on each one of these posts. And it's completely editable. You can change it however you want. You can add a H1 tag here. H1, save, and we'll update. Moving along, the last thing we must do if we're going to use this function called query posts is called WP reset query. Why do we need to do that? Because this function actually, it will erase the global query that the main post that we have inside our WordPress site uses. So that's why we have to call this reset function here. Save, look at this new page that we have. Let's go back to the main page, WordPress. This is my new page, and it actually has, and you can style it however you want. You can call the PHP functions like add the header if you want, but we'll do that for another demo. Last thing is, it's actually recommended not to use this function if we're going to create multiple posts. So, just really quick, what the function that you're going to be using is, actually you're going to be creating a new query called my query. And instead of using the global query from WordPress, we're going to create our own by using this function here called new WordPress query. And what we can do is we can actually use the same query string called category name good guys. And we're going to create the same thing here. Close that. Get rid of this one. And we're going to use my query instead of the global query. So as you can see, these don't have anything in front of them, but what we're going to do is, if you're familiar with PHP, this is now an object with these functions, have posts, and then the posts. Save. Oh, now instead of reset query, because we're not actually changing the global query, we just need to update this to reset post data. Save that. Let's take a look at our WordPress site. Go back to this is my new page, and it's actually the same. So that is about it. I hope you guys understand this brief tutorial. Hope it helps. If you have any questions, leave comments, questions, whatever. Let me know. Thanks a lot. Peace.